Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Channels. Welcome back to my channel and to another quarterly flip through. I just realised I'm not wearing my rings. Been doing DIYs, so I take them off and it's really weird to me. So we are flipping through quarter three in my on-camera planner, where you can see all of the videos plan with me in this playlist up here, and then my off-camera planner, which you haven't seen before, which is just something I do for myself. So we'll start and spend the most time in here. So we are starting with July, so we are halfway through the year. There's one more of these videos after this one, and yeah, so let's zoom in a little bit more. There we go. I do, for my cover pages, I've just printed off like pattern paper and then put a July header on. I think next year I'll probably do like ripped paper effect to make it look cooler, but that is kind of how I'm doing my cover pages. So let's get into it. I'll go over what's happened in the weeks and the kits and stuff, and then I do have statistics of foil colours, as in overlay colours, not underlay colours, and why are you not turning? Excuse me. And shops used. So yeah, this kit is from Plannerface. It's a mystery kit. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly to save 10%. And this art is by Milk and Berries. So let's have a little look through what happened this week. I was having CBT. I scratched my eye. That was so painful. I was really struggling with my mood at the moment. Thought about having some time off work. You'll see what happens with that. Nothing. Then at work again, I was having some therapy via Mind. I didn't unfortunately finish the 6-week course because it was just too much, like too hard to get there for work. I had coffee with mum at work. Then I had the dentist, and I found out my dentist was retiring. I was going on bike rides. Had afternoon tea. Shopping and afternoon tea. I really don't remember this at all, but apparently that's what I did. We went to the Gastro Festival, which was in town, and there was a really, really bad Taylor Swift tribute. Then when we came home, we played Wingspan. It was really nice, like date night evening. I was playing a bit of Dreamlight Valley. I've never fully got into it, to be honest, and that's kind of it for the week. So this is using holographic foil, which we will just make pop a little bit for a second, but we have to deal with a bit overexposure, and I think it is orange shattered glass underlays from my shop. We're going to keep in this weird hollow position because we have this in lavender hollow, and this kit is also Plannerface with art by Darcy. So this is Roller Party. This was a rough week for a few reasons that I'm not probably going to go into that much, but yeah, I was still having my CBT, was really struggling playing Office Cat, which was a great game. Oh, we had mug cakes, can't wait till I can eat what I want again. By the time you see this video I can probably, but I'm filming it in early March, so I was really upset that quite a few people weren't coming to my 30th party, but that just was what it was. Had a webinar for the camp that we're going to go on soon, and there's lots of like feeling rejected and stuff that we're just not going to go into. Was at work, had the division meal, which is just like a group of guiding people and the leaders going out together, which was really nice. I have solid navy underlays from Barbados Blue, I think it's called, underlays with bright pink over the top of them. I think it's hard to tell which colour is on top, to be quite honest. Recharged a lot on this day, was doing the prep for the girl guiding mystery, and I was just really struggling this week. So not the best week, to be honest, but it is what it is. On to the next week, we are changing shops finally, and this is a sparkly one, so again I'm going to keep the lighting where it is. So this is by this is Caress Press, which I think is Sadie Piper art, but I'm not 100% sure. We've got the box over there. So what happened this week? Again, murder mystery prep, which was the murder mystery was on the Tuesday, so no wonder. I got a really lovely thank you email from a patient forwarded to me. Had CBT, had a workout, saw my consultant and increased my mirtazapine rapidly to 45 milligrams, was really in my feelings and just struggling and lethargic, just kind of classic for this little bit. It was a really bad mental health time. Things do pick up and then get worse again, but they do pick up. Was really, really hot outside. We ate outside. Found out about next door's baby, which was really hard. I was actually filming when I found out. Had lunch with my friend Kate, and we talked about her baby who has now been born. So weird, looking back at all this. And we went to the market tap in the evening. So yeah, solid week. And then last week for July, yeah, we have the week of the 22nd of July, and this is using a planner face kit with foil by, it's a mixed foil, some by Caress Press, some by Squirrel Prints Co. This is Caress Press foil, by the way. And we're using solid gold underlays and then light blue underlays as well, and then gold foil generally. So it's very, very sparkly. And this is the week we went to camp, and it was also the mess ball. So yeah, what happened this week? Like in the early parts, I saw boat at occupational health and had CBT, had a meeting with the guide parents about the camp, was really struggling this day and just in my feels. This is the day our neighbours had to have their termination and I went to see them. This was a really bad day at work and I just cried, and then we went to camp at the weekend, which was fun. So basically I went to camp and then pitched camp, then went home to go to the mess ball, which was so much fun. It was such a good night. I got a little bit like drunk and we were pregnant at this point, but we didn't know. So my late period was sometime around here, I think, but I just, yeah, so we didn't know I was pregnant. Whoops. On the Sunday I went back to camp, and one of our other leaders went home sick, and yeah, it was just normal camp activities. So that is it for July. So moving on to August, we have this paper here, and we are keeping with sort of slightly holographic-y foils, so I'm going to keep the lighting as is. And this was the main week of camp. We were at camp till Saturday, and actually I was meant to come home the Tuesday evening, no, the Wednesday, but I didn't. I camped at camp. What else happened? Yeah, it was mostly just at camp. I had to pop home for CBT. My mum was away, and because our other leader had gone home sick, I was on my own, which was a bit weird. The Tuesday I had some recharge time after while the girls were off doing some activities. I love the underlays in this, by the way. It's solid teal underlays with orange lines, I think, grid over the top. I just think it matches this kit so well. General camp stuff. Joy came back, who's one of our other leaders, but Sarah didn't come back, and we decided it was probably best if I stayed. And then we found out last minute the girls were going to Scarborough the next day, so there was lots of last minute prep for that. Then I went off from camp to work, which was exhausting. As soon as I got back, was back to camp life, and everyone was exhausted and a bit grumpy. And then the Friday, we finally celebrated Taco Tuesday because it was nearly rotation time, and we'd finally, so this was basically a audit I did at work, and we'd finally hit the requirement for getting our consultant buying us tacos, and he bought them this day. When I got back to work, I was exhausted. Work was really busy, and when I got back to camp after we'd done like the dinner tasks and stuff, I just crashed out and literally slept through till like Saturday morning. Where we struck camp. I did have a little phone call with my husband because I do try to speak to him every day. If we're not together, we try and have a phone call always. Struck camp and said bye to Larkin, came home and just rested and pulled stickers. That was it. Sunday I was like, I need to get back on things and get shit done. So yeah, that's basically all Sunday was, and that is that week, and it's absolutely stunning. Another planner face kit with Art by Kitnish Jess, by the way. I've said all the others, haven't I? I think I have. Yeah, this is planner face, we went over that. And the foil in this is Caress Press as well. This is another Caress Press foil bundle as well. This is the week that we found out I was pregnant, and also we had the 125th party. So yeah, this was a very exciting week. It's also my husband's birthday on the Thursday. We had a very low chilled day. So was finalising some stuff for Sochi's cake on the Monday, had my planner call with Bestie, had therapy. We found a sore on Kiara's face, and we went to the vets this day because I was really worried about it, but they said it was just a allergic reaction, so that was fine. I had a phone call with Chris, who is my trust program director. This was a really busy day. Like, I was at work, But I went to see Marcia. I had a meeting with my clinical supervisor for the end of rotation. I got a lovely MSF back, which is multi-source feedback from that. Then I met with Chris, and then I met with Rachel as well. It was really busy, like, meeting day, and I felt really bad because this was changeover day, and so I had a new F1, so a like just graduated student with me these 2 days, and I wasn't at work this day, and then this day I was like, I'm off every 10 minutes. I felt like, so that was bad. Moving on to this day, I had the top up of my balayage, which I'm having in March as well. Met with my hair coat and was just really in my feels and tried to look after myself, and then we tried to pack up the laundry room a bit, and I just broke down and really struggled, and I put that I was catatonic, which basically means I was stuck in bed and I couldn't move, so that was never great. Then we put the marquee up ready for the party, and I prepped for my husband's birthday the next day. I put balloons up and like put his presents out and stuff. And then his birthday was obviously a very busy day, so it was his 30th. We slept in and had some cuddles. He opened his presents. I bought him far too much. Then we went for a little bit of a walk and had lunch out. I was really breathless on this walk and was like, why can't I breathe? Then, yeah, you can guess what that means. We did some video games. I don't know what game that was, but we played some video games. We had cuddles, had a bit of a nap, and then we went for a meal out for dinner as well. After which we went and collected Sophie, who had come down for the party. Went round to my parents' house and had cake with my sister and my parents as well. So that was lovely. And then, yeah, just was such a nice day. We knew my period was late at this point, and this was the day that it was as late as it had been back in May when I had my negative pregnancy test and was really upset about it. So I hadn't wanted to take a pregnancy test until this day, and then decided that I didn't want to take it on Sophie's birthday because I didn't want it to overshadow his birthday or be really upset on his birthday if it was negative. So we waited till this day, and I was absolutely exhausted when we woke up, and then I couldn't pee. I forgot to do it on my morning pee, and then I just could not like have a wee, and it was really weird. And then finally, when I did have a wee, I was pregnant, and we were like, what? So it was a digital pregnancy test, and it said it would say pregnant or not pregnant, and then it just said yes, and we were like, what? And it took us ages to like sink in that yes meant yes, you're pregnant. And like I was like, what? So we spent quite a long time processing, and then went and told Sophie, which was really special. It was really nice that she was the first person we got to tell, because she obviously lives very far away from us. And yeah, Sophie is Plan Bestie. She is Rhymer Made or Rhymer Plans. Fully recommend checking her out. Anyway, then we went across to my parents' house to finish party prep and grab some groceries on the way. And then when we got there, I told my mum, sister and dad, which was really lovely. I thought because of the party, I kind of needed to tell them as well. We were 6 weeks. We thought we were 6 weeks this day, but it ended up being this day. Then did some cooking for the party, looked after Felix. Then when we came back to our house, we played Mario Kart and collected Jack and did some chatting, and we told Jack about the pregnancy here as well, which was really funny because we just told him in the middle of him playing a game, which was funny. On to the Saturday, it was party day, so I slept really badly. I discovered I hadn't actually taken my meds the next day. Then we had party prep, then we had the actual party, which was really lovely, which is nice to chat to people and spend time with people, chatting and chilling. Yeah, spent time playing with Felix and then babysit him and did his night stories. It was just a really lovely day, so that's what I've marked in. Then the next day again, I was tired. I said bye to Sophie because she was going home because of trains and boats and stuff. That's when she had to go. Had a nap, we played some Plate Up, we video called our other friend who was meant to come to the party, but this is when all the anti people of colour riots were going on, and Sweth is a person of colour and decided that she did not feel safe travelling into central London to come to the party, which was 100% fair enough. But yeah, so we video called her and told her, because she would have known as well because she'd have been staying in our house, so we would have told her if she'd been here, so we were like, we should tell her. Then we took the marquee down, had takeaway for dinner, and then I did some tidying while Soch took Jack to the airport. That's it for that week. And then I used Sochi's birthday kit this week. Sorry, this kit and this kit are both Scribble Prints Co. This foil bundle is Crest Press, and this one is from my shop, and it is very blue and purple, and I love this sort of like monochromy look for spreads. I just think it's gorgeous. So yeah, this is kind of the week we sort of celebrated his birthday a bit more. We went to a spa and things on the weekend. So yeah, was absolutely knackered from a very busy weekend. I was doing journaling. This is just like a catch-up day really by the looks of it. Then I had my first day of my new job, which I've done up until maternity leave. So it's my first day of ENT. Went to Primark briefly, and then we had teaching in the afternoon because from this point onwards teaching was Tuesday afternoon, so I didn't work random days, which was nice. Had a meeting with my consultant. We talked about the pregnancy, which was really weird because we were like, the last time I saw her we were thinking of like how we could change my meds and stuff to make things more settled, but then I was just really excited about the pregnancy because obviously we'd only found out a few days ago, and we were like, yeah, this is fine. And we actually talked about coming off some of my meds, which obviously did not stay that way, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, nice chill day. Was at work again, had lots of snuggles in the evening, was tired. On the Friday I had the day off work, and we sat outside in the morning enjoying the sunlight. Then we went to Pizza Express and the designer outlet for lunch before going off to the spa. So we went to the spa hotel. It was a historic house hotel with my mum, my sister and my husband, and so we had lots of time in the spa and then went for a Thai meal. On the Saturday, I was feeling so nauseous. Like my pregnancy nausea went on till like mid-second trimester, which is really rare. But well, we went to a car boot in the morning and then went for lunch at a cafe. And then Soch had a massage and I chilled in the spa. And then we had a pub dinner with my auntie, uncle and cousin who came up to see my grandpa and then to see us as well. And then Sunday we were checking out, so we had some time in the spa in the morning and then went off to an escape room for the rest of the birthday celebrations. And then because of where we were, me and my husband decided to go and look at bathrooms because we had ripped our bathroom out a few weeks before this and then gone, oh shit, now it needs doing rapidly. So we went and looked around a bathroom shop and then did some planning of the bathroom in the evening. And that's it for that week. Moving on, we have another planner face kit, this time with foil from Scribble Prints Co. And then we have green checked underlays. So, I don't remember much of this week. Working on the bathroom project seems to be the main thing. So I just did my designing coding of scripts before my planner call with Bestie here. Had some cuddles in the evening. Was looking at furniture for the bathroom. My parents must have been away because we've been their cats, obviously I was at work. And there should have been GP teaching this afternoon. We completely finished destroying the bathroom because we destroyed half of it, but we carried on destroying it this day and made really good progress. And then we went off to the bathroom store to order some stuff, but we actually just ordered our tiles this day. Then this day I saw my Careco. I had a really, really small bit of vaginal bleeding. We weren't worried about it at all. We were just like, okay, that's just fine. But like it was that small. Then I had a chat with my Careco about pregnancy and things. I wasn't having the best sprain day this day, but that's it really. And then Friday started reading a book about pregnancy, in fact. Then odd jobs, planning time. Then at the weekend I filled the plan with me. We talked about the bathroom and then went and bought what we needed to buy. Went grocery shopping. Yeah, just walked. On the Sunday I found a possible new car because again that became a priority because I only have a 3-door car. And yeah, had cuddles, was filming, stuff like that. Built some Lego as well. Nice. Then, oh my god, why are these pages not turning for me? On to this week, which is another planner face kit. And the foil here again is Scribble Prints Co. And this is rose foil, and then I've got solid rose underlays from my shop with dots, the dollops, I don't know how else to describe that. And this was the week of Scotland Planner Meet, which is why I'm using a planner kit, and this was actually quite a scary week early in the week, and then it got better with the Planner Fest. So on the Monday I met up with my friend and her baby, told her about the pregnancy, which was really exciting. Then I had my first midwife appointment, my 8-week appointment here. They could not get bloods out of me, both her and my husband tried. I just wasn't bleeding that day. Had therapy this day and also got my new car. So that was really exciting. What else happened this week? Was working on bathroom renovations, was absolutely exhausted, and then I had some vaginal bleeding here, and went to the doctors and they sorted out seeing me in the early pregnancy unit the next morning. I was absolutely terrified and just built some Lego to try and like distract myself and get through the rest of the day. So then on the Thursday we had a little bit of a line because I should have been at work first thing, but I wasn't going to go to work and then go to the scan. I was too nervous and too stressed for that. So I did that, and then we got to see Raspberry. They were all absolutely fine. They were the size of a raspberry and everything looked great, and it was just such a relief. Whew. And then I went to work after that, and so got the bus home, bless him. Then I had a chat with Rachel, and that was kind of the day. Then on Friday was just a normal work day with a bit of a date night, meal out or whatever in the evening. Then on the Saturday, drove up to Planner Fest, to Scotland Planner Meet, and to be quite honest with you, I'd barely been eating this week and drinking. Like I was just really nauseous the whole week, and then this day I could actually eat, and I was like, what is happening? So I put on nails, packed, and then went off for the drive. I marked in that I was actually eating because that's how rare it was. Then I marked in that I met up with Sophie. Obviously we'd seen each other twice in this month, which was really strange because we hadn't seen each other for ages, and then twice in like a few weeks, which was funny. Just had some chill time and self-care. We went for dinner, and then there was the Scotland Planner Meet pyjama party in the evening with lots of games and chatting. Then on to the actual planner meet. So this was the day of the meet. We had a FEMO workshop. I had to go and have a lie down because I was feeling so poorly. We had bookmark workshop, self-care. We watched this really funny boyfriend TV show with Olivia Atwood, and it was just absolutely hilarious. Then we got takeaway, and then we got takeaway waffles, and I was so happy to have takeaway waffles. So yeah, that's that. So that kit again, Planner Face, because you know I'm nothing if not consistent with my love of Planner Face. And then on to our last month for this flip through. We've just got this here, and the first week we have another Planner Face kit with art by Clip Art Kits. So I was absolutely exhausted most of this week, which is like honestly, pregnancy exhausted me so much. So this is a mix of foil from me and from some of it's Caress Press. I think it's all Caress Press, the other bits. So yeah, mixed metal moment here. So I've got solid lilac underlays with the pink dollop over them. So packed up and went home. I was feeling really poorly in the car on the way home, and I actually had to stop and sleep, and then when I got home I had snuggles. I was meant to have CBT this day, but it just did not happen because I was feeling so crap. Then on the Tuesday I was back to work. Found out I had a group B strep in my urine from the appointment the week before. I was like, lovely. So I have to be on antibiotics for that, which I collected the next day, and I was actually feeling really poorly, so this might have been the urine infection, but don't really know. Then I had a nap because I was just absolutely knackered this day. Was at work on the Thursday, and then met my educational supervisor on the afternoon and really liked her. She was my husband's educational supervisor, so she knew a bit more about my history, and she's a lot more supportive basically. Friday looks like it was a bit of a boring day. Just went to bed early really after work. Saturday was working on my portfolio, designing some scripts. This feels like it's a flippy flip, and it is. Was writing book reviews, crocheting. I was struggling. Just what is my life? Then on to Sunday was just a pretty chill, getting shit done kind of day. Then we have Bestie's birthday week. So this is one of her favourite ever kits. It is a Planner Face kit. The foil is from Scribble Prints Co. Yes, Scribble Prints Co. and I had to use pink foil because pink is her favourite colour, so I used lilac lines, solids, and then pink checkerboard on top. So yeah, this is her birthday, the 13th of September. We are like, our birthdays are exactly 5 months apart, which is fun. So on Monday, had a video call with Bestie, had my last session of CBT, which was bittersweet, but is what it is. Let's just not get into it. Basically, my therapist has to move on because he was a rotational person and he was finishing his rotation, so it was kind of, yeah. Then I was at work the next day. I was having some real discomfort down below and bleeding, basically, but not from vaginally, from the skin around it. So I went to the doctor's the next day and discovered it was thrush, which was awkward AF. Saw my careco and then was working on the drains for the bathroom, but I was getting really frustrated at the progress we were making this day. It was just what it was. Watched some Black Mirror and Emily in Paris. When we're watching things like Black Mirror, we do tend to have a like lighter show on the go as well. Thursday was work, and let's not get into this whole situation, but just blah. Then Friday was Bestie's birthday, but it was pretty chill day for me. I was just at work and in my feelings, basically. So not the best day for me, but Bestie's birthday, so she gets her own spread anyway. Then I literally, this is the day I slept for like probably, so from Friday evening pretty much solidly till Sunday morning, probably had 4 hours awake in that like 36 hours. So I was absolutely exhausted, did some reading and then slept. Had a bit of bicker with my husband about whether I should come to this party. Decided I should, slept in the car on the way there, went to the party. After about an hour and a half, I was like, I can't do this. So I went and slept again in the car. I was just feeling so tired. Seriously, first trimester fatigue. Nobody talks about it, but it's terrible. Then we did an IKEA collection for our new bookshelf. Then on to the Sunday. Had family time with my family because it was my sister's birthday a few days after this, so my sister was up for the weekend, so we went and played with Felix and spent time with my family. So lots and lots of different family time this weekend. Then our penultimate spread in this planner, we have this planner face kit with foil by Scribble Prints Co. again. Finished lots of books. Oh, it was readathon week, so finished lots of books this week. Finished watching Emily in Paris as well. Lots of frustration this day, let's just leave it as that, and did the nostalgia badge, which was badge testing at Rangers. This day everything was going wrong before work. It was just one of those days. And then we again did badge testing at Guides as well. This was the interior design badge. I got really overstimulated at Guides though. On to Wednesday, I was feeling really rough with an upper respiratory tract infection, but we did try and work on the bathroom. I could not wake up this day. I was so tired. Seriously, fatigue is real. Then work, I was really stressed out, and for some reason I was really worried about Bubby. Don't remember why or whatever. Maybe it was because our 12-week scan was coming up and I was just panicking because I was convinced something had gone wrong. We'd got our new bookcase at IKEA the week before, so we're organising it this day. And then, yeah, just doing normal businessy, tilly stuff on the Sunday. Then we're on to our last spread in this planner, which again, this flip through, well no, this planner of this flip through. There we go. And this was the week of my 12-week scan. As it was the end of September, we are going into more autumnal kits. And this is the week we did start to tell more people that I was pregnant. So that was nice after this scan on the Monday. So yeah, Monday I had the plan call with Bestie, and then I was just in waiting mode until our 12-week scan, which was incredible. It was so good, and I felt so like warm and snuggly inside having seen baby. Then we got McDonald's on our way home, and just did some more like normal stuff. On to the Tuesday, I was feeling really sick with nausea and just not feeling very well at all with it all. Just, yeah. Then on the Wednesday, I had coffee with Kate, who's one of my best friends, and I told her about baby, which was really exciting. She was due in January. She's now had her child. I've probably had my child by the time you're seeing this, but yeah. So there was that, and then worked on the bathroom with my husband and dad before having a nap and things there. On the Thursday we had a games night with our neighbours. We thought about telling our neighbours this day, but because of their like problems they'd had with their recent pregnancy, we didn't want to tell them, so we decided not to. We told them the following week when we got our scan results back. By the way, this is a mixed foil bundle with bits from me, bits from Caress Press, bits from Scribble Prints Co. Just lots of different greens and stuff was what I was going for with this kit. Friday was just really busy at work, and then Saturday we went and told the in-laws about baby, and then in the evening we came back and went on a ghost walk with the mess, which was a nice mess social. Then Sunday was just like catch up, doing odd jobs sort of day, and watching Only Murders in the Building. And that is it for this planner, for this flip through. So let me have a look at my little statistics. So in this quarter we used 10 planner face kits, 2 Scribble Prints Go and 1 Caress Press. That's hilarious. No wonder I felt like I was saying planner face constantly. Then we used 2 green foiled spreads, 1 special gold, which means like gold sparkle or whatever, 1 purple, 1 lavender hollow, 5 pink spreads, 1 blue, 1 hollow, 1 gold and 2 orange. Then the last thing I'm going to say in this planner is my favourite spread each month. So I think this one is my favourite for July. I just love how bright and colourful it is. August, I love this. I love the monochrome look, and like, yeah, I really enjoy matte overlays over Scribble Prints Co boxes. I think they really work super well. And then I think this is probably my favourite spread in this week. It's a bit out there, it's a bit pastel for my favourite, but like I do really think that is gorgeous. So yeah, so that's it for my on camera planner, and we'll just get that out the way for a minute and we will move on to my on camera planner. And by on camera planner, I mean my off camera planner. So you won't have seen these spreads before, but I'm only going to go through them quickly because we've just been over the same weeks and what actually happened. So we will just stick with looking at the spreads and foil colours and stuff just to show them off. So first up we have this Caress Press kit, and this is sparkly hollow foil, absolutely gorgeous. And I love colour blocking so much. Yeah, so that's that spread there. That was the week of the Gastro Festival. Then this was the rejection week, and this is a Scribble Prints Co kit with matte bronze foil, also by Scribble Prints Co. This foil I believe is Caress Press, looking at it. Oh no, it's a mixture, because I'm sure, oh I don't know, it might actually just be Scribble Prints Co. I don't know. Anyway, this is Scribble Prints Co definitely, foil, and this is that week there. Third week we have another Caress Press kit. As you can see, I use my like not as favourite kits in this spread, so this one has less planner face generally. So this is with foil in, so this is rose gold foil, which make it pop a little bit more from planner face with it. And this is when I had lunch with my friend and stuff like that. And then last but not least, for July we have this Pink Diamond Planner Co mystery kit. I can't believe that they are closed. This was the day we went to camp, so this kind of felt like campish even though it wasn't. And this is using hollow gold foil there, also by Pink Diamond Planner Co. Obviously she is shut now, I am sorry about that. Then we have August, we've got the Scotland Planner Meet vinyls on there, because why not? And then into August, first up we have another Pink Diamond Planner Co, and this is a camping kit because this was the week we were at camp, and it is using gold foil by Scribble Prints Co again there. Super cute, and I used extra colours, so yeah, and an extra colour there, yeah. Then we have barbecue week, which was my husband's birthday week because of the day we found out we were pregnant, and the party was barbecue partly, so I used the barbecue kit. So this week we found out we were pregnant, and this is a planner face kit, planner face mystery kit with gold foil by Caress Press. Though there is a little bit at least of Scribble Prints Co thrown in there. I suspect it was a Caress Press kit with only a certain amount of 4 boxes. I don't know what I've done over there, but I quite like it. Then moving on, we have another planner face kit, and this is the other camping kit. slash, oh, this was to celebrate husband's birthday. That's why it's this kit, because he would love to have a minivan and ride it around. And we have holographic foil by Caress Press there. In this planner I do just use the bougie, I don't tend to use underlays, just bougie. Then the last week, no, penultimate week of August, when we were working on the bathroom a lot, we have another Pink Diamond Planner Co. I clearly had a lot of Pink Diamond Planner Co. Summer kits. So we got that there, and we've got holographic foil again. Like, there we go, that's better, isn't it? And I've used an extra colour with this there. Then we have the Week of Scotland Planner Me, and I very rarely use extenders in this, but I did use one for the day. And this is silver foil, and I'm just gonna, yeah, that looks way better with this spread. Lighting is very dependent on the spread, but yeah, this one looks better like that. So this is silver foil by Caress Press, and is a planner face kit. And that's it for August. And then last month, just to quickly flip through here, we have another Pink Diamond Planner Co. kit with gold foil from rose gold foil from Squirrel Prince Co. I really miss this bow. I much prefer it to her current bow, but it is what it is. Then we have Bestie's birthday week, and she loves Gilmore Girls, so I use this Gilmore Girls kit by Planner Pixie Co. And I'm using planner face foil in holographic, I believe. Yes, this sort of spread I really struggle to show, because the hollow shows best like this, but it just I've got no idea how to show spreads like this. But anyway, moving on. Then we have a Squirrel Prince Co. with, is this Champagne Lights? Yes, Champagne Lights foil, also from Squirrel Prince Co. to match up with it. I just thought it was a nice summer to autumn transition sort of kit. Read lots of books. This was the readathon week again, I believe, and I really like how this came together. Then the last week in this, is that right? The last week in this section is another planner face kit with mixed metal, gold and silver foil from Squirrel Prince Co. And this was the week of my 12-week scan. And yeah, so that is it for, that's right, isn't it? July, August, September, October, November, yeah, just checking. So that is it for this planner. So we'll go over favourites and stats. So I used 4 planner face, 2 Caress Press, 4 Pink Diamond Planner Co, 2 Squirrel Prince Co, and 1 Pixie Planner Co. Let's get that right. Then, so July's favourite is this one here. Then for foil, I used 2 silver, 1 matte bronze, 3 holographic, 3 gold, 1 sparkly hollow, 2 rose gold, and 1 special gold, which was the gold hollow. Favourite kit in this month? I think probably the barbecue kit. Probably. The runner-up is this Pink Diamond Planner Co kit. Then on to September. I think my favourite is this one here, and that is, yeah, that's it. So let's pull back in my favourite spread in my on-camera planner, because they tend to be a bit more out there. Yeah, so I think the favourite is my husband's birthday week, so we'll leave it on that. And don't forget to like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. Subscribe to see the last quarter. The other quarters are up on the channel already if you want to check those out. And in the last quarter we will go over the stats for the whole year, which is really exciting. Comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!